Hey guys, it's MarshmallowGirl. Welcome back to Black Mirror. Well, Henry, the new gardener or groundskeeper, was just found dead in the pond or fountain area that we very rudely insisted that he clean, and now it's raining. So, we're gonna figure out what actually happened, because Sam here does not believe it was in fact an accident. However, the detective does. I don't know if Bates is still gonna be. Yep, Bates is still here, chopping those same things.
Bates?
Yes, sir?
You said you were there when they dragged Henry out of the fountain.
Unfortunately, I was. The sight was terrible.
I have to tell you something. I feel responsible for what happened to him.
Why would you say something like that, sir?
Well, I ordered him to clean the fountain. He did not want to do it, but I insisted.
You mustn't think that way, sir. Surely, if he had not been drunk, nothing would have happened. And I actually heard Dr. Herman say that his death occurred sometime after midnight. It is not your fault. Certainly, he would not be cleaning it in the middle of the night.
I really hope so. Bates is probably right. Henry most likely fell in there by accident. Have you seen Robert today?
Yes, Sir Robert was reading the newspaper in the dining room this morning. If you would like to speak with him, I am sure you'll find him in his study.
He's always in there.
I spoke to Collier. As you can imagine, he asked me a lot of curious questions. Tell me, what did he question you about?
Many things, but most of all, he was interested in the place where we found Henry. It was very unpleasant having to describe it all over again, sir.
Oh? Can you repeat to me what you told him?
I was afraid you would ask. Well, if I must. I was awakened by a sharp knock at the door of my room. Morris was shouting something about Henry. He seemed utterly confused, rapidly pouring out incoherent sentences. He wanted me to go with him to the back garden immediately. At that moment, I still had no inkling of what had transpired.
Did you go with him right to the fountain?
Yes, and only there did I realize what had happened. It took me a while to come to myself again, but then I went straight to the telephone.
What time was it?
It was about 6 in the morning. Collier and Dr. Herman arrived an hour later. That is all, sir. You know the rest.
Yes. Thanks for being so patient, Bates.
Well, he said he was there when they dragged him out of the pond, or the fountain. So did Bates and Morris not try to resuscitate him? Did they just leave him floating in there? Because I can't imagine, there's no way. There's no way they would know how long he'd been in there for unless they touched him. You would have to physically move him to know he was cold. I mean, it could have just happened. So either they intentionally left the body there, or him and Morris pulled the body out. And that's just a weird way of saying that they had pulled it out. Which, by the way, this is like the second time in like a week this poor old man has found a dead body. Can we please give Bates a rest? Just stop bothering Bates, please.
When did Dr. Herman leave?
Half an hour ago. He took Henry's body to the old morgue.
Did he mention to anyone what he thought about all this?
He had a long conversation with the detective, but I have no idea what they were speaking about. I was so distraught, I was not really listening.
All right. That's all then, Bates. Body is in the old morgue then.
Well, I mean, where else would it have been? I mean, like, really, where else would you put a body?
What was Morris doing in the back garden so early in the morning? His work is in the stable, right?
Yes, but he sometimes helps with the gardening. Henry cannot do everything that needs to be done. I mean, he was not...
Well, I don't know. This is like a really large, like, plot of land. I don't know if one person could deal with it all just because of how many trees there are and how many bushes and stuff. Like, I mean, I feel like, and they mentioned that there was like an actual garden at one point. I feel like one person could not do that entire job by themselves. I think it'd be too immense.
Bates, why don't you take the rest of the day off? You don't have to work under the circumstances.
No, sir. I do not want to just be sitting around brooding. I'd rather attend to my responsibilities. It helps take my mind off things.
I understand. I think I will go now.
I'll return to my work.
Just don't die, Bates, please. You guys can kill off anybody else, but please do not kill Bates. He seems like a sweet old man. If they kill him off, this game is getting a it's getting a 1-star rating. It's gonna have to be that way. You cannot kill off Bates. Anything in here I can touch or interact with? Nope. Time to go. Well, I kind of meant to go to the library. I didn't mean to walk back over to the front door again. Oh, hey, there you are. Now you're sitting in a different spot.
What happened to Henry is awful. First William, and now... Henry liked to drink, but other than that, he was a good man.
I'm sorry, Victoria.
I would like to be alone now. Do you need anything, Samuel?
Okay. So, now they're basically guaranteed to never find another gardener unless they, like, paid someone from out of town to come and be their gardener. So they're kind of screwed, unless Samuel here steps up.
Dr. Herman, the physician, does he live in Willow Creek?
No, some time ago he moved into an abandoned house near the old mill. It is quite close on the road to Willow Creek, the only house far and wide.
Yes, I remember where that is. Thanks.
Please excuse me now, Samuel.
I don't... If you want to be alone, probably sitting out in the open like this is not a good way to go about doing it. Just saying. I mean, but then again, there's only like 3 people in this house, so... Yeah, kind of figured it would be empty. I kind of wish the game gave you just a few more people in the house to interact with. I'm guessing the entire thing is that the Gordon family line is dying off, but it's hard to know how many Gordons there actually are, because they mentioned that there are multiple estates. So, I mean, who knows how many there actually are. Apparently this is just the original estate. Will he walk in the rain? Oh, he will, surprisingly. Oh, I guess he's making a horseshoe? Hey, Morris, you found a
Morris,
dead body?
do you have a moment?
Sure.
I guess, yeah, let's go.
Morris, have you boarded up the old well like I asked you to yesterday?
Not yet, sir. I'll do it today.
It should have been done yesterday. I'm surprised that Henry didn't fall into it.
Excuse me,
What
sir.
a mean thing to say.
You know well how I meant that. I want to see it secured today, or you can start looking for a new job. Is that clear?
Sure, I'll do it. You needn't shout at me, sir.
I have no idea what has gotten into me. Why did I yell at him like that?
Probably because you're a dick. This guy's mean. I don't like him. He seems to be incredibly rude to everybody all the time. He's just sort of entitled. The only person he's not mean to is Bates. But you're on thin ice, dude.
What do you think about what has happened to Henry?
It was to be expected. He drank way too much. I guess it had to end like this.
It sounds like you really don't care that it happened.
Well, we didn't exactly like each other, but I wish no ill will to anyone.
It was you who found him, right?
Yes, I needed something from the back garden, and as I was walking past, I noticed something floating in the fountain. I went closer to have a look, and he was totally tangled up in the weeds. I could see nothing except his coat.
Did you notice anything else?
No, I panicked, you see. I ran to the castle to get Bates to go have a look with me. I kept thinking I might have been confused and imagined it. But it really was Henry.
What happened next?
I rode into the village to get the detective. You know the rest.
So, Morris found Henry.
Yeah, but we already knew that. Also, why did he have to go into the village to get the detective? They have phones. They said they called. What the hell? Why is he going all the way into the village? Does the detective not have his own transport? Because that seems strange. Also, that confirms my suspicion. He did, in fact, not pull him out of the lake, or out of the pond. Out of the fountain. I don't know why I want to call it everything but a fountain. He didn't pull him out of the fountain and try to help him. He just left his body there.
Were you in the stable yesterday?
Sure I was. Where else would I have been?
The lights were not on.
Well, maybe I wasn't. Why are you asking? Oh, I can see where you're coming from. You're thinking that maybe what happened to Henry might not have been an accident and that somebody might have helped him into that pond.
Oh, okay, they also call
I
it pond.
may be a drunkard and a saucebox, sir, but I'm no murderer.
No one is calling you a murderer, Morris.
He's a sauce
I was
box?
just asking.
All right, fair enough, sir. If Madam learns that you are starting to suspect me, I may as well go looking for a new job. There's not much work available in this neighborhood. And besides, who would want to hire a man with one leg that is almost completely lame?
I'm not accusing you of anything, Morris. At least not yet.
Also, I did not know you had one leg.
I will go then.
All right, sir.
Okay. Alright, doesn't seem like there's anything else I can interact with. Alright. Also, I don't understand why he didn't board up the well. He was standing right next to it chopping wood. Also, this is cement. So, it's not exactly as though he could, I mean, I guess if you're really strong, you could put a nail through cement. But I don't know if a one-arm or one-legged sauce box could manage that. I don't know. Not my problem. I'm not boarding it up. But then again, there's Morris, so.
Morris carried the hay sacks away in time before it started to rain.
I don't know why Sam seems to suspect that this guy's as irresponsible as he seems to think he is. He's literally done. I mean, yeah, he didn't fix the. He didn't patch or seal up the well, but. I mean, again, this is a big manor. Like, there's no fences over there, so I'm going to, like, over here, so I'm going to assume that the land stretches out for quite a bit. So, I don't know what he was expecting. One person can only do so much. At least he could have done was clean that fountain up a little bit while he was in there. Rude. Yep, let's go.
According to both Bates and Collier, Henry's body was tangled up in algae when they found him. How could he possibly have drowned in this, though?
What are you talking? As long as it's deep enough to submerge your nose and mouth, you can drown in it. I don't see why you would assume you couldn't drown in this. It looks plenty deep.
I shouldn't have made Henry clean the fountain. How
No,
could I
you
have
shouldn't
known
have.
that something like that would happen?
Congratulations, Sam. That's the second person you've killed on this property.
The water is murkier than yesterday. The water is... Something is glittering at the bottom. What could it be? What could it be? The water...
Okay, do I need a fishing pole, I'm guessing? That's William's diary. Well, I'm glad I at least have started to, right-click on literally everything I can interact with. Because if not, you miss important things. Which is, I don't know, kind of feels BS-y to me. I'm already clicking on it. Just tell me what's there. The grinder again?
It's full of rainwater. It will have to be cleaned before it can be used again. The leaves will begin to rot soon. The bags are soaked badly. Perhaps Henry forgot to burn the leaves. Who will take over his job now that this thing has happened?
Even in death, poor Henry is still getting blamed for things. That man cannot do anything right in Sam's eyes, and they only met yesterday. Still not sure what's up with the picture. Did I just not click on it enough times? No, there must be something later
Cans
on.
of paint and a tin with brushes lying on it. Only painter stuff, nothing else. It's full of dry leaves.
Alrighty.
It's locked.
Okay, this is a rusty old box. I'm pretty sure you could break whatever lock is on
It's
there.
closed and probably full of whiskey. Henry hid it here so as not to carry it.
Stop acting like you know his motives. Maybe he didn't hide it so he couldn't carry it. Maybe this is just where he left it. If he's truly an alcoholic, I doubt he didn't have alcohol on him.
Gardening tools and small tubes with fertilizer. I can't see a bill of exchange anywhere. Where could Henry have put it?
Okay. Okay, no, those definitely look like pennies. What in the heck? Why would he have pennies? We're clearly in England somewhere.
There is nothing interesting. Seeds of some plants, maybe beans.
Okay. I'm guessing I'm gonna end up having to do something with this.
Nothing but leaves.
Nope, I just didn't click on it enough. Alright, well, now I've spoken to everybody. Oh, I can actually take the flower pots out.
They're empty, ready for planting in.
Oh, that was not helpful.
It's full of clean water. I don't want to water anything.
Well, it's raining. I didn't suspect you did. But if you're looking for the bill of sale, wouldn't it make more... Or the bill of trade, I think is what it said it was. If you're looking for that, wouldn't it make more sense to look in his room? I don't think he lives in the greenhouse. But if he was drunk on the property at midnight, he must live somewhere on the property. So I would assume his room is where you check for that.
I can't leave.
free. I'm gonna leave anyways. Boss me.
It's empty.
Do what I want.
I shouldn't leave yet.
Damn. Why not? What else do we have to do? We want to figure out what happened to him. Wouldn't talking to the doctor make the most sense now? Also, we still need to talk to the doctor because he promised he was going to talk to us. Guess I have to go talk to Robert first. Because I have not yet made my way up to Robert. Mostly because he makes me uncomfortable.
I need a word with you, Robert.
Yes, but I am quite busy at the moment.
I won't keep you long.
Yes, I'm listening.
Dude, someone just died.
Did you speak with Collier?
Yes, he detained me for over half an hour with those questions of his.
So, what do you think about all of this?
Me? Collier's theory seems logical to me. I do not believe anyone would want to kill Henry. Henry drank himself to senselessness many times before, but this time he was unlucky enough to fall into the pond. Cold water certainly had something to do with the body's condition. Being a physician, I can certainly attest to that.
You're probably right.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? I have a lot of work to do today.
Yeah, apparently you always have a lot of work to do.
Victoria is not willing to talk to me right now. Maybe you should talk to her instead.
You need to consider her age, Samuel. She
What?
just needs some time to herself. I'll talk to her in the evening.
What does not wanting to talk about a murder victim have to do with her age?
You have mentioned often since I arrived that you have a lot of work. So, what are you working on?
Oh, I would rather not bother you with the details. Let's just say I'm carrying out specific research. Perhaps I will tell you more about it tomorrow, when I have some time. I need to leave for Ashbury this evening to check on some results.
Oh, all right. I will go now.
All
How about
right.
you find me the name
Feel
of
free
the
to come back
dude's
if you
picture I'm now
need
carrying
anything,
around?
Samuel.
Alright, well, can I leave now?
I can't leave.
Okay, there's nothing new here. I can't imagine there's anything new in the room, but let's go look. I can still look in the drawer? Why is that an option? That's weird. Okay. Guess we'll go look at the fireplace.
It's pleasantly warm in here. I should hang my clothes over the chair in the evening so that they dry.
Okay, great conversation. Glad we did that. That felt like it was worth my time. Okay, dokie. Kinda had the feeling there wasn't anything in here, but doesn't hurt to look. Why would I want to go back up in the attic? The only place I actually want to go is back into town, and I'm not allowed to leave. assuming I can't say anything to her.
I'd like to speak with you, Victoria.
I'm not feeling well, Samuel. Please excuse me. I hope Robert will make up for the lack of my company.
All right. I'll come back later.
Oh yeah, he'll make up for it. You're right. It's not like he's been known. Not like he's doing exactly what William did and hid for days on end in his office, doing who knows what for who knows what purpose. Bates is in the basement or the cellar. Let's go to the cellar.
The door is... Someone must be down there.
Dude, there's only 3 people here. Pretty limited choices.
Wine kegs full of quality red.
Oh, there's a well in here too? A lot of wells around
This
here.
well is from the era when the castle was under siege. It was supposed to connect the castle with an underground system of corridors, but that's merely old hearsay. No one has ever seen those corridors.
Bates is just down here sharpening his stabbing knife there. Hey, Bates.
Do you need anything, sir?
I would like to ask you about something.
Certainly, sir.
Bates, can the fountain back in the garden be drained?
Yes, there is a big pump in the cellar. It controls the water flow for the whole castle. It is possible to adjust the water level. However, I do not think it is a good idea to drain it after what happened. And Detective Collier should probably be notified about it, sir.
I am merely considering all the alternatives. We have the right to find out what happened. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. In that case, it is probably best not to tell anyone. Is that what you meant, sir?
Very much so. I think I will go now.
Okay.
I'll return to my work.
There's like way too many chains and hooks just casually strewn about. Also, there's a big axe over here that looks like it has blood on it. So that's nice and comforting. What do you want with this stuff again, bro? Why do I have to look at the well again?
It's several tens of meters deep, but the water from it can't be drunk.
Okay. Well, I mean, considering the fact that it looks radioactive green, yeah, I wouldn't want to touch it either.
They're full of clean water. The cellar is quite cold, so the water is always cool. I can't see anything special, just clean water.
Okay, guess we're going to the rear part. What on earth? I like none of your guys' castle, by the way.
It's empty. There's nothing in it.
Yeah, that's what empty means.
This is where our best vintages are stored. The temperature as well as degree of dampness is ideal. Maybe I'll choose a bottle sometime later. I have no time for that now.
How much wine could the 3 people who live here actually go through? Considering one's an old lady in her 70s.
Water distribution controls. I have no idea which one does what.
Well, better hope it's not the 3rd one, because I did not click that.
I have no idea.
Oh, okay, I guess I'm not allowed to fiddle with it.
The pump is part of the entire water distribution system. It pumps the water in and out endlessly, according to immediate needs.
Okay. Put that on there. Use that as a substitute wheel for now.
I have no...
Okay, no, okay. I definitely can't do anything right now. Guess I'll have to talk to Bates and see if he knows. And Bates, do you happen to know
Bates, I would like a word with you.
which dial does what? Because for some reason it's
I'm
not
listening, sir.
Bates, that pump we talked about,
Yes, sir.
I think it is broken. Which valve controls the water level?
The pump works all right, sir. Only one of the input valves broke off some time ago. The water level can still be adjusted using the other valves. It just takes a moment to figure out the right setup for what you want to do.
How do I know if I have drained the fountain then?
If I remember correctly, the second column from the right displays the level of water in the fountain.
I will give it a try. I think I will go now.
I'll return to my work.
Okie dokie. Okay, well now I can't turn any of them. Did I break it? Do I need to, does it reset it if I click out? Is it done? Well, it can't be done because this one's not empty, which is the one I'm assuming I need to empty. I am confused. Oh! Okay, so it's gonna be this crap again, eh?
Ready.
Crap, crap. Okay. Gotta get out there quick before the rainwater fills it up again. The heck? Oh. Oh, there's another symbol.
I can't see anything, just mud. Where is that shiny thing?
Probably caught in the drain.
A sign of some sort, or a symbol.
Alright, let's just...
I'll take a picture of it, just like the...
Alrighty. Whatever makes you happy, dude. I'm sure your 90s ass camera will take a nice crystal clear picture of this image over here. Also, the one on the wall seems to have... Oh, there's a key here.
This must be the thing.
Seems to have washed away. So why hasn't this one? Alright, what's this key do?
It was lying on the bottom of the fountain, covered in mud.
I wonder if this one goes to that chest I couldn't open in, William's study. So now I have to go back up to the attic. Very slowly. I don't know why it constantly tells me I can click on these pictures, but I'm not going to keep clicking on the pictures of the two brothers. I do not care that much about them. If they didn't want to go crazy and murder each other, they probably shouldn't have built their castle on cursed land or whatever it is they did.
The ceiling has collapsed under its own weight. The The old wing won't last much longer. Luckily, no one was here when it happened.
This time. I'm gonna deal with this.
The hole in the window lets cold wind and rain enter the room. If it rains like this tomorrow too, we'll have to patch the window up.
You should probably do it regardless if it's gonna rain tomorrow.
Decayed wooden beams have broken up and fallen to the floor. The wooden ceiling is now unstable. It could collapse at any minute.
Okay.
Another part of the ceiling could collapse at any time. I'd rather not go any farther.
Oh, you coward. Well, that's just another thing we're going to have to bother Bates about. Alright, so what in the heck? Go here? Well, let's go bother Robert, I guess, since we're up here. Hey, Bobby, I got some questions
We've
for you.
already said everything there is to say.
I lied, Bobby. I don't have any questions for you, apparently. Is he still down in the basement? A little further. Keep
You
grinding
need
like that,
anything,
you're not going to
sir?
have a knife left.
Hmm?
Yeah, of course. There's nothing locked back here. Suppose if I wanted to, I could just lock Bates in the... Oh no, he has the key with him, never mind. This door's not... Okay, no, nothing I can do with it. Okay. Just figured I'd double check real quick before I went ahead and moved on. Gonna go see if we can bother Victoria, because she's the only other person I'm allowed to talk to ever. Unless the game has decided I can leave again. But it's hard to say. Someone might want to warn them that...
I'll leave her alone now.
Okay.
I can't leave.
Nope. Not gonna warn anybody that the house is falling apart. Not gonna do anything about it yourself. You're such a cool guy, Sam. Yeah, see, the red symbol is gone.
I have nothing to...
Okay, okay. Well, I have a bunch of crap, but nothing I can seem to do with any of it. Let's turn this light on.
There's enough light.
Oh, I know there is. There's... Eventually, there's going to be a reason why you can do that. Eventually, there's going to be a reason. I'm just assuming they're not just going to leave that hanging, like, for no reason. Okay, so now what do I do? I can't leave. And I don't really have any other place to go. Was there something? Oh, this must go to, the key must go to that metal box in here. What's wrong? You.
A letter. It's addressed to Victoria.
Are we dead, Mitt? Okay.
Madam,
Please regard this letter as one from an anonymous friend. One of your servants is not whom he pretends to be. You may find it interesting that he is an ex-prisoner.
And a thief. On several occasions, I watched him sneak quietly into the castle cellar, using the old back door. I saw that person take away several bottles of some of the best vintages of your wine that you value so much. No doubt, some of your other valuables have also gone astray. I decided to write you this letter to prevent further stealing. The person's name is Morris.
Henry meant to blackmail Morris. I am curious as what Morris will tell me about this.
Well, how do you know Morris was going to blackmail him? Maybe he just didn't have a chance
Some
to write
papers and a few
the letter
coins.
before
The bill isn't here. Where could he have put it?
he died. Kind of presumptuous. Alright, let's go. Also, if no one noticed he was taking the wine, I'm going to go ahead and assume it's not as valuable as you like to believe it is. I feel like if it was that important, someone should be keeping an eye on it. Especially since it seems like Bates is at least down there every so often. I will die for you, Bates, though. I will not let them throw you under the bus, I promise. You're an old man. It's not your fault.
Yes, sir.
Morris, I know you've been stealing wine from our cellars.
Me, sir? Who told you that?
No one told me. I'd read it in a letter that Henry wrote to Victoria. So what do you say about that?
Well, I only took a few bottles, sir. I swear. There's such a lot of them in there, I thought nobody would notice. It won't happen again, I promise.
Yes, you're
Will
fired.
you give me that letter, sir?
All right, Morris, but I'm going to be watching you. Here it is. I will go then.
All right, sir.
That was it? All of that for that. I can't even pet the horses for this consolation. Ugh. I don't see anything over here. Can I go now? Okay. Oh.
Oh, Mr. Gordon. I would wish you a nice day, but that is not what it is today. To what do I owe you a visit?
Well, you told me yesterday to come over.
Let us not discuss things outside in the rain. Please follow me.
Into my not at all
Better,
creepy morgue.
is it not? Do you mind going down to the morgue with me? I have a lot of work to do. We can speak there.
Not a problem. Let's
Let's
go.
have a conversation while you
Watch
cut up a
out
body.
for the steps. There's not much light in here, and the dampness can make your footing dangerous.
Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna be totally cool with this.
So, what do you need?
I have returned as per our conversation yesterday. This won't take long. I would only like to ask a couple of questions.
Let me guess. This is about William, right?
Yes. You mentioned some bad burns on his body.
On the chest area, to be more specific. Yes.
So?
So, what?
When we talked yesterday, you said you would tell me more about it. That is why I am here.
Is that what I said? Well, I can only repeat what I have already told you. Massive burns on the chest caused by an unknown object.
Is that all? An unknown object? What you're saying is different from what you already told me.
I cannot remember. Those were just initial theories, anyway. I have recorded everything in the post-mortem account. Shall I quote from it?
That won't be necessary. It seems Dr. Herman has lost his memory since yesterday.
Why is he concealing what he originally wanted to tell me after we had first met? That death report would interest me, but not in his presence.
Alright, time to go murder somebody else so they can call him away so you can search the morgue.
I spoke with Detective
Stealing
Collier about Henry's death.
It was inevitable that he would end this way. He was a lost cause.
What do you mean?
That's kind of cold.
Well, it certainly was not the first time something happened to that man after he drank himself into a stupor. I know this well because it was I who had to restore him to normalcy after the other bouts. It was not usually serious. However, on this occasion, he overestimated his capacity for drink for the last time.
This is rather awkward, but you see, Henry had something important that belongs to me. I have looked just about everywhere and have not found it.
I looked in
So
two
it occurred to
drawers.
me that he might have had it with him, and that you...
So, what is this it supposed to be?
Actually, it's just a small piece of paper, but it's very important. Otherwise, I would not ask you.
You want me to search his personal belongings?
I would be grateful if you would do that, Doctor.
Gordon, that parcel is part of the evidence. I cannot just remove something and give it to you until the police have completed their investigations.
But that something was mine.
No matter. Until the case is officially closed, I cannot even show you any of those things.
I understand.
Why does the mortician still have
Thank
the stuff?
you, Doctor.
Shouldn't the stuff
At
be
least
with
I
the
know
with
where that
the,
blasted bill of exchange is.
the detective? Offer to get. We're gonna bribe
Doctor,
him?
do you think you could go outside for a moment so I could have a look around? I could forget my wallet on the table when you return.
Excuse me? If I had not known your family for so long, I would be offended. Look, I can see where you're coming from. I already told you the parcel has to stay sealed until the investigation is over. So forget it.
I'm shocked trying to bribe him was even an option.
I should ring the bell.
Yes?
Samuel Gordon, please let me in, Doctor. I need to speak to you.
Yes, come in. I am downstairs, in the morgue.
Actually, I just wanted to snoop. I have nothing to say to him.
Herman's private rooms are probably up there. I'm not going there.
It's a mirror.
I'm feeling odd. Hopefully my headache won't return tonight and I'll have a good night's sleep.
Probably not. It's a skeleton. Ooh, spooky.
A model of a human skeleton watching over the hall, like a quiet guard in the darkness.
I mean, not really, but okay. Mike?
Air in here is tainted with a strange smell. The tiny vent can hardly keep the air fresh.
It's a picture of a man.
I don't know who this is. Maybe the former owner of the house.
I still don't understand why he'd be so cool with seeing a dead body.
Herman uses it to carry the bodies. There are some things contaminated with blood. I'm not going to mess with it.
I don't know, but like, maybe it's different over there. Maybe it's not a thing. But I feel like most people would be uncomfortable being in a morgue with a dead body and blood all over the place.
I don't know what's in them, and I don't want to. bottom is stained, probably by dried blood.
He's not doing a very good
Empty
job of cleaning up
photographic
after himself
developer
then.
canisters. Herman apparently takes the photos for death reports himself. There is nothing in them.
Is this cool with you? Are you okay with me just walking around touching all your stuff?
Dr. Herman.
Just a moment. So, what brings you here?
Oh, I completely forgot.
I've noticed the place can also serve as a dark room.
Yes, I'm developing the autopsy photographs here. No one provides such services in the village. It is almost like the Middle Ages around here. Nevertheless, one eventually gets used to it. Are you asking because you'd like to have some photographs developed? You see, Gordon, this is not a copier for tourists. You are standing in a morgue.
Oh yes, that's quite apparent. I only need very few pictures, though.
All right then. But I will only do this because of my friendship for your family. Give it to me.
Thank you, Doctor.
Hold on. I would like something in return. I cannot get you the picture without it anyway. I have run out of toner. Would you bring me some from the village?
Didn't you just say that no one could provide that kind of service in the village?
Yes, and they do not. I have an agreement with old Murray. He orders me supplies from town. Tell him the toner is for me. He will gladly sell it to you.
Right. I'll be back.
Thanks for not being offended that I literally just tried to bribe you 5 seconds ago.
Human muscles and certain organs. Legend is composed of a great number of Latin phrases. There's no point in studying them.
Alrighty. I still say we should have gone upstairs. There's something not right with the doctor. I don't trust him. Investigate the garbage can. Oh, I think it's locked. It's probably locked like everything around here. Although if it's medical waste, that would make some level of sense.
The lid is held shut by a large padlock. I won't get the padlock off without a key. The lid is held shut.
Okay, I can just keep clicking on it endlessly. I don't want to do
A
that.
lot of torn papers are on the top. Somebody must have disposed of them only a little while ago. They're not wet. I'll have a look at them.
Let's just invade some privacy. Going upstairs to his rooms was crossing the line, but digging through his
Rotten
trash,
garbage.
perfectly fine to do.
It was torn, obviously. They didn't want anyone to read it.
That's not true. If you want someone not to read something, you destroy that. You don't just leave it partially torn. Well, at least with words it's a little bit easier. It's not as difficult as it is with the picture when you have no form of reference for what the picture's supposed to look like when you get done. That's not correct. You go there. Oops. You go there. You go there. Also, it's a little weird how, like, halfway through reading the paper, or evidence or whatever, sometimes it cuts to the voice actor's actual voice, and other times it's just Sam's voice. Not what I meant to pick up. Come on. Okay, this piece is absolutely not necessary.
Dear H, My next delivery will reach you soon.
Delivery will reach you soon.
There it goes again.
You need not worry. Everything has gone smoothly. No one knows anything, and that is how it is going to stay. Do not forget that what I am doing here is for the good of science, and without your help, I would be unable to continue my research. I will send you my results, as usual, within the next month.
H. Herman is likely the addressee, but who's hiding behind the R? What kind of delivery are they talking about in that letter?
It's Robert. You know it's Robert because we read his previous letter. That was in the, that was hidden inside the newspaper. Sorry, I have something in the back of my throat all of a sudden. Oh, let me drink water. Oh. Alright, we'll go to Willow Creek. The fisherman's still out and the little boy is still out as well. I feel like his mom would have called him in just because she doesn't want him to get sick.
Excuse me, may I speak with you?
Sure you can, young man.
You are one dedicated fisherman.
How long are you going to stay here today?
As long as it takes. The whole day. Unless it stops raining. What a better way to spend a rainy day.
Good luck then.
That's right.
I must go now.
He mentioned in the previous episode that rain brings the fish out. So it's good to be fishing on rainy days. I mean, I knew you were supposed to get up early to go fishing, but I've never heard the rain brings it out thing. But then again, I don't fish, so... Hey, Vic, want to talk to me again?
37! Hello, Mr. Samuel. What a great big bang that was, eh? The second greatest today, I'll bet.
Hi, Vic. Are you counting the thunder?
Right.
Why are you sitting here like this in the rain? Wouldn't you rather be at home?
I don't mind the rain. And also, I can't go home.
You can't? You're in trouble, aren't you?
Well, it's that broken window from yesterday. Harry told my dad, you know. So I'm not exactly hurrying home.
Oh, I see. I have to go now. Be careful of the windows next to you.
I will. Throwing my ball to the other side would be a lot safer.
Oh, I didn't realize he broke a window. I thought that was just a broken, yeah, because the shards of glass wouldn't have gone that far, so I just thought he hit a glass off the top part. But I guess this is supposed to be a broken window. I thought it was just open. Either way. Also, I would never want to be so afraid of my parents that I would actively sit out in a thunderstorm and then go home. That is so sad. Don't make me sad for you, kid. Oh, hey, it's Friends here. Hey, Shrek.
Hello, Harry.
Welcome back, Mr. Gordon. Have you come to get a bite?
What do you mean?
Oh, come on. I know your Bates is not exactly a great cook.
Hey, you take that
It's
back.
not so bad. I have no reason to complain.
I will fight you.
All right, if you say so.
Do you remember our conversation yesterday on how nothing ever happens around here?
Sure I do.
Well, unfortunately, something did happen.
Oh, you mean Henry?
How do you know?
Well, news travels around here fast. Poor Henry. He was a good regular. We sure
bet he
drank
was.
a fair amount together.
So how long had you known one another?
Since the time he started working for the manor. Which in fact means the day he arrived here. I remember when he first showed up, all sweaty with a suitcase in each hand. He took no time to order 2 pints right away. I knew right off that we would understand each other.
Did he have any friends in the neighborhood?
Probably not. You see, he was kind of a loner. I don't think he knew anyone else. He used to only come here.
Thanks anyway, Harry.
You're welcome, Mr. Gordon.
Alright, well, let's talk to Mark, because I know we were trying to get to talk to him.
Good morning.
Am I being ignored, or... Oh, okay.
Might be good for you. What do you want?
You said yesterday that you used to help in our garden.
A couple of times, yes.
So
I'll
you
try to
knew
do some
Henry,
routine
our
work,
gardener,
yeah.
right?
Yes. But I don't want to talk about him after what has happened.
When did you last speak with him?
Well, yesterday evening. I met him just a short distance off the road to the village.
What time was that exactly?
I don't want to talk about it. I already told you that. I don't feel like getting involved in anything.
I'm not the police. You needn't worry. What did you speak about?
It was just a couple of sentences. I'm not sure.
Was he acting normal? I mean,
Man.
was he sober?
Yeah, he was, that's for sure. It's true that he used to drink a lot, but he didn't drink every day. And yesterday, he was sober. I would have noticed.
Thanks for telling me.
You're welcome.
So, Henry was still sober in the evening, and they found him drowned at dawn. That doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, because if there's someone you can trust, it's the shady alcoholic in the bar.
Hello.
He'll probably give you accurate information.
Hello?
Did you know Henry Stanton?
Henry? I saw him in the pub sometimes. He didn't talk much, so I really didn't know him. Now leave me to my sport.
Alright, who are you? Oh, it's the gravedigger. Who wouldn't give me his
I
name.
need to talk to you.
Go ahead, but make it quick.
Tell me, did you know Henry Stanton?
No, I didn't. Should I have known him?
Well, he worked as a gardener for us, but he died yesterday.
Sounds like I'll get to meet him soon now. You want anything else? I'm not interested in company.
No, I'll leave you alone.
Live on the wagon again?
I'm surprised Harry didn't bother to cover it up.
Oh, not your problem, I guess. Pawn shop dude's still gone? Wait, no, the light's wrong. He's gotta be in there. I guess the sign's just up? Mary, I need to talk to you. I need you to be in here. Cool.
I can't see anything I need. I don't want to buy any of these things. It's mostly
Yeah, just insult his wares right in front of
Good
him.
morning. How can I help you?
Dr. Herman told me I could get some photographic toner here. Have you got any?
You're lucky. I've still got a couple of bottles left. I don't go to town every day, you see. Here it is.
Thanks.
Okay.
A few days ago, a man pawned a certain object here. An article similar to this one.
I remember Henry pawned something that looked like that. Yes, that's true.
I'd like to redeem the object.
Certainly, sir. It's £35. And I require the bill of exchange with the owner's signed agreement, of course.
I'll give you the money, but you see, I haven't got that bill.
And the guy's
Sir,
dead.
surely you know that I cannot return any pawned object without the corresponding bill of exchange.
I can understand why you do not want to release it without the bill, but I will pay for it.
I'm sorry, that's the rules.
That object is very important to me. I am willing to pay a special price.
That's possible, but how fair would it be to the owner if I sold their property to somebody else within the pawn period? According to the rules, the object belongs to them until the expiration date of the note has been passed.
Murray, Henry can't possibly redeem it.
How do you know that?
He's dead.
Dead? I'm truly sorry to hear that, but I'm afraid the owner's death changes nothing. The person who presents a valid bill of exchange and pays the designated price can redeem the object at any time then.
Please try to understand that I haven't got it. Wouldn't the money be enough?
I'm sorry. You can wait until the pawn period expires.
That's not an option.
In that case, I'm afraid I can't help you, sir.
Well, I mean, I don't think getting pissy with him is going to do me
I
any good.
know you would break the rules, but who could possibly find out? I am willing to pay triple the price for it.
Triple, you say? No, that's quite impossible. I don't want to lose my license because of your offer. Although I've got to admit it's very decent.
So how much money do I need to convince you?
It seems you don't understand me. I'm not going to do this for any price you could possibly offer to pay. This pawn shop is all I have, and I'm not going to risk losing it.
But who would know about our deal? We can keep it between the two of us.
Sorry, I'm not changing my position. No bill of exchange translates to no release.
Very well, then. If I bring the bill and pay the holding price, will you give it to me?
Of course I will.
I thought he was more into money. I must find Henry's bill of exchange, no matter what. Murray isn't going to give me anything without it.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. That's interesting. That's kind of stupid. Why wouldn't the rule change if the original owner was dead? It's not like it's not like he can get Henry's signature on the thing, anyways. That seems silly.
It only contains more trifles for sale.
Alright, well, I don't see anything. Alrighty then. I think that's enough for today. We've made some great progress. You know, we've met some new people. Or I guess we finally got to the doctor's location, which is great. Definitely got confirmation that him and the doctor are up to something shady. Or Robert and the doctor are up to something shady. And now we get to go run around looking for a small piece of paper that may not even exist anymore. Which is just going to be an absolute boatload of fun. I cannot wait. Anyways, if you liked, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.